go to this bit. So yeah, anybody who's joining now and managed to avoid the slight technical glitch, it's Liquid against Union Gaming. In the JDL, one stand-in for each teams. Liquid already at the top of the leaderboard. Union Gaming need a win here in order to avoid the 1 or 2 playoffs. Union could do with a win here. It would help them avoid
10 seconds
yeah.
to go.
I'm also joined by YappleJack here, who's been doing stats in some previous
5
games.
seconds.
Who's already had to introduce himself once. But yeah, how you doing, man?
Reserve time.
Great. Thanks for the reintroduction.
Same as before, eh? And Nature's Prophet
Yeah.
picked up there by Liquid.
Yeah, this is kind of surprising that they'd first pick it like this, because usually they'd have Koikfa on that hero, who is
I
an
was gonna
offlaner,
say.
but he's not here with them today, so it's interesting that they first picked it.
I mean, do you think maybe they picked the stand-in guy specifically for his ability to play heroes that Koifa normally plays, perhaps? Maybe that was their thinking, so...
Yeah, I know MSS is an amazing offlaner. I don't quite remember what team he plays for off the top of my head, but I know he's around the same caliber that Koikfa's at, so...
Well, excellent then. Yeah,
he'll be a great stand-in.
He'll be able to... I'm sure he'll be able to fill in whatever Nature's Prophet strats they're working on there. Wondering if we might just see a Lifestealer here. I mean, they were playing him in that Navi game I was watching, whether that was just, I think, mid-February, and that's an ideal Nake's bomb, as I'm looking at it.
Yeah, that is true. And Union Gaming's heroes, it would be very strong against both the Puck and the Visage, especially if he went straight into an Abyssal Blade to lock down that Puck. But no, it's going to be, this is probably TC's favorite hero on this patch, Luna.
I love me some Luna. I think
yeah,
this.
she's so strong.
Yeah, this is going to be an amazing way to work it. Actually, we'll have Nature's Prophet coming into gank. I mean, Luna works great in, I think, defensive tri lanes, even aggressive tri lanes sometimes. If you can max out your stun, now they've got a Nature's Prophet who can come in as well. I think they'll be picking up kills early on, I think.
And her aura also adds so much to a tri lane. 14 damage at level 1 is actually a huge deal in a tri lane.
I mean, the obvious comparison is Venge, and Venge's aura, of course, not as good early game, but much better late game. But I think Liquid are probably going for an early game lineup here.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for early push, but they can certainly fall back on late game with Luna and Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, sure. I'm just looking at that and seeing a whole bunch of early game potential. I'm wondering if they'll let it run that far. I mean, Union Gaming, in a sense, they've been picking up the supporty characters. Puck's obviously a supporty mid, Visage one of the best supports. If they can pick their carries now to counter Liquid's carries, they should, I think, be able to work it out so they would have the edge late game at least, because Liquid have taken a bit of a gamble, I think, with the early Luna pickup.
They have, but they also banned out the main counters to Luna this stage, and that's heroes who can get on top of her and exploit her squishiness early in the tri lane, in both the Lifestealer and that Slark.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also Doom's a great counter as well to any heavy carry if that's the one that you're pinning your hopes on. And I guess I wouldn't like to see a Bat Rider initiation on Luna either. Lots of supports though coming out from Union. I mean, would you say they're looking to play the early game?
Certainly, but Earthshaker and Visage isn't the best supporting ganking combo, but they'll certainly be able to shut down that Nature's Prophet and make sure he gets as little as possible.
Absolutely. I mean, the familiars are going to be very useful just for scouting out some common points where he might be looking to hide or farm or push from. And I do like the Earthshaker pickup. I really do. I think he's maybe not the best for ganking, but he's just got so much stun, and then a bit like Sand King for mid game, he builds into a really useful ult for team fighting. So yeah,
I think Earthshaker's a wee bit undervalued in most teams. That Fissure's just so strong, along with the Echo Slam. He can deal out so much damage in a team fight, but that Fissure could be a monster in early game try versus tries or in ganking as well.
And actually, I mean, what I found really amusing about Earthshaker was there's the Shadow Shaman though. That could well be, I think, the early lineup for Liquid, with the late game potential as you mentioned. But the crazy thing I was seeing about Earthshaker was, you know, in the new random ability draft stuff, when you're looking for people who they come up with kind of the perfect combination of abilities. A lot of the time you see Enchant Totem on there when people are trying to max out crits, because it's I don't know, it never seems to be his big move when he's just regular Earthshaker, but when he's got a whole bunch of other crit chances or whatever, Janata I think being the main one, because that's reliable every 4 seconds. That extra damage percentage is just mad.
Oh yeah, I've seen sometimes supports after they pick up their Blink Dagger, they'll just go straight into a crit stick if their team's lacking a little bit of damage, and it's quite amusing to just see that 1,200 pop up on the screen.
Yeah, madness. And the Weaver as well. I'm thinking
it's kind of strange that they'd pick a Weaver into Shadow Shaman, and also Liquid has another support to kind of shut down that Weaver, and supports are usually the best place that you'd look to shut down that Weaver, because they can give you quite a bit of lockdown.
Yeah, and I mean Liquid still has you know, a whole support slot open to pick as well, so they can really try and focus down Weaver now. Another great one against Weaver early game I think is Lion, because Weaver depends on Chikuchi for his escapes and for his last hitting. If you can drain off that mana quickly, he becomes farming becomes very difficult. There's a Rubik. I think we'll see him Chikuchi.
He gives another great counter though. Yeah, stealing Chikuchi is so much fun. And actually, on the note of stealing spells, there are quite a few good ones to steal here. You have your Chikuchi, you have your Fissure, you have your Echo Slam, you have your Dream Coil, and if you can get those summons from Visage, it can be pretty silly.
That would be amazing. Yeah, I'm also thinking if they are looking to push early, we might see Rubik trying to steal Weaver's Bug Swarm, because that can really do wonders controlling a creep wave. You know, actually just forcing them to spend 20 seconds in melee combat behind the tower so that your creeps get that time to hit on it, or Shadow Shaman's wards or something, or Treants. Jeez, actually, they late game or not, I think Liquid have a great deal of early push, and a great deal of lockdown as well. That's every single hero with some kind of stun or disable. I'm counting Sprout.
Alright, I think you can count Sprout in here. In Liquid, they have the late game too here. I would say Weaver does not outcarry Luna and Nature's Prophet along with the Puck right now. We'll see what their offlaner is, but this is a very well-rounded lineup from Liquid.
I mean, I don't know, it could be Weaver off lane. I really hope it isn't, or solo lane.
Reserve time.
I've seen Trixie Weaver off lane a lot to varying success. And I definitely think that Liquid has lockdown to deal with a Weaver offlane.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really not sure about that Weaver pickup. I'm really not.
10 seconds to go.
Yeah, one thing's for sure is that Earthshaker will really play to that Weaver's strengths, giving him another obstacle to weave around, maybe set up an area where it's hard to lock down the Weaver and he can just get in some auto attacks and move around without the supports being able to get in close for the disables.
And Union pick up a Clockwork for the final pickup. I mean, I was hoping for much harder carry. You're right, it's Weaver safe lane, it'll be Clockwork off lane. Earthshaker Visage supporting the Weaver and Puck mid, but wow, they're going to struggle against these guys, I think.
Yeah, I think part of the reason they pick up Clockwork is just because it's so strong, but also maybe they're thinking about Rocket as some counter push. Just throw it out long range and you can draw the creep wave back. Yeah. Otherwise, I don't see too much use out of the Clockwork pick.
I mean, I suppose the harass from Flare is going to be quite significant, just given how squishy Liquid is. I mean, that's certainly something that Union have in their favor, but oof, this is going to be tricky.
10 seconds to go.
Yeah, and who do you think that Liquid will be picking up for their mid with the both Bat, Doom, and Invoker picked up?
Ooh, Night Stalker. I like it. Oh, just so you know, this is a point where things get a little bit laggy, just as everyone picks their heroes. I'm not sure why, but if you were to try and say anything now, it will get broken up and staticky most of the time. Just waiting for the Rubik player.
Yeah, it's fine now. It's just the second someone picks it up, it just lags. And I think I think this is a really good pickup for them.
The Night Stalker. Yeah.
Yeah. It's strange because you don't see any Night Stalker these days. You saw it yesterday in your game.
Yeah.
But Night Stalker's become incredibly rare in the pro scene.
Yeah,
Has
I mean,
great silence to deal with both the Puck and the Weaver.
I think what we were saying yesterday was he fell off after the change to the whole 4-minute daytime nighttime cycle because people felt that they couldn't get the levels high enough before nighttime started to really be effective, and then 8 minutes was maybe a bit too late. But I mean, the point can be made. You've still got that overlap period of between 6 and 8 minutes where it's still nighttime and you're online, and I think it's just about making the use of those 6 to 8 minutes. And then you can play him equivalent to how he was before.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Do you want to introduce? Liquid?
Sure, I can introduce Liquid. First off, we have TC on the Luna, one of his signature heroes. We have Fluff and Stuff on the Rubik with an awesome looking set there.
Yeah.
We have Way2 on his Shadow Shaman. We have the stand-in MSS on the Nature's Prophet sitting in base waiting to summon those treants. And at the mid we have Bulba on his Night Stalker.
The only one without any cosmetics. Much sad. Yeah, they look pretty good. Looks like they're just running a straight up defensive tri-lane. Nature's Prophet off lane, so nothing too confusing. On the Radiant, going up against their tri-lane, we have, is that Z-Talk? Or Jism? I have to admit I'm not 100% sure on the Visage. Followed up by...
I think it's, I'm gonna say it's Zotok because he has a less than symbol, but it's equals 3, I don't know.
Gosu right there on the Earthshaker, and it's a stand-in, name is Stinger on the Weaver, and it's actually going to be tri-lane against tri-lane. Then very quickly, Liquid D-Ral on... I'm wondering if that's his real name, on the Puck, and down at the bottom Angel on the Clockwork. So let's have a look at this tri-lane action. I think that's going to be the interesting bit.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I'd agree. So Earthshaker, as I said earlier, that fissure can really destroy a tri-lane.
Yeah.
And these are pretty level dependent supports here on Liquid.
Oh, he's actually lined up to get a nice one off on Luna here.
Oh yeah, he is.
Just needed a little bit more. Now's the time.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit late there.
Oh, yeah, it was close.
Yeah, and I mean, Luna, sorry, not Lena. Very, very good. Great hero. One of the downsides is so squishy, but it's almost the upside of being squishy is you can just eat a tango or two and you're on full health again. From like one tango is like more than a quarter of her health pool.
Yeah, I guess it's a glass empty or glass half full.
Yeah.
On that perspective there. But she also does have highest base move speed of any hero in the game currently. With that 330 move speed, so she's quite fast to make up for her squishiness.
Doing a wonderful job here, just securing herself these last hits. Oh, not going to let even one go, using a Lucent on it, which I think is probably wise. They're not going to. With that Earthshaker, as you say, so good against the tri-lane, I don't think they're going to be the ones being the aggressors here. And, yep, there it is. Fluff. Fluff has first blood taken against him. They've got Shackle off on Earthshaker, but going to have to call it off now that they're 2 on 3. Yeah, ouch.
And there you just see the weakness of these two supports in lane. The Luna doesn't quite make up for it with that base damage either. The Earthshaker and as well as the Visage are just so strong in a try versus try situation. And this might be what we see Union Gaming angling for, is that they don't need the late game and they won't falter to the bush if they can win their lanes.
Yep, I think that's probably the plan. It's going to be decided early, I think, because if Luna gets farm, even halfway decent farm, there's going to be a problem. I think they've also Liquid have a bit of a problem here, just in the sense that that's another one there for UG.
Oh,
and another one. Wow. Goodbye TC. That's big. That's quite big.
One of the issues with the it's huge. But one of the issues with the Earthshaker that we have here is now, unless he gets some more regen on the way, he won't be able to throw out that fissure anymore. He is very mana dependent support, and he doesn't have that much mana to support his heavy fissure.
Well, I mean, he's one of the great things about wands, of course, is in a tri-lane there's a lot more abilities being thrown around. He's already got 5 charges on that, so that's what, 75 mana he can get back. I mean, it's a good pickup. If I were him, I'd get a clarity sent out though. I think I agree with you. Get a clarity or two, and you can keep this up rather than having to stop and Luna get to farm. But I don't think Liquid really have the right. They don't have enough damage here on this tri-lane. I mean, Shadow Shaman's basically there for Shackle at this stage, and that takes him totally out of the running. They're making a good try of it here though, and there it is. I mean, that was very well coordinated by them, but I think that's why they got the kill. Oh! And the Weaver. Nature's Prophets come in.
Yeah,
they're going to pull this right back.
Up here on the top lane.
Beautiful job there. Beautiful job.
Yeah. Yeah, and you gotta wonder. Do you think about abandoning the tri lane since all your heroes died if you're Union Gaming, and hang back down to bottom?
It's certainly a good time to consider it. You know, it won't cost you any more rotation time than what you're going to have anyway. But I think it's difficult to say. I think the dynamic of this is, I think they actually do have an edge there. I think they got caught out, and Liquid played that very well. But if they were to start having, you know, only 1 or 2 people there, that would be very problematic. Angel's not going to last long here. And there he goes, down to the Night Stalker. Very nice rotation there from Bulba. Yeah, I don't know. If I were UG, I'd be careful about rotating out the top lane, because I think then you would start to lose it. I think they've got better nuke and DPS in the lane at the moment, but that would change if it were 2-on-3.
Yeah, and these supports actually have great levels up on Union Gaming compared to those of actually they're about even on levels.
Union Gaming doing a great job of making sure the last hits go where they're meant to be. Gotta say. Oh well, they're a level behind now. I think they're Visage and Earthshaker both on 3, Rubik and Shadow Shaman both on 4. I don't know how.
Yeah, I think
they're very close to 4.
I think an error coming up. Yeah, they are. I think an error from Union Gaming was not blocking the pull camp, because Liquid is certainly getting a lot out of this pull camp.
Bulba getting another excellent kill there, straight on the puck. Oh, wow!
Oh.
Standing Stinger just pokes his head out and just gets nuked down by Bulba in an instant. I don't know whether he thought he didn't have the mana for it, or... Wow, that was painful. Liquid taking command of this game again, making a big rush on Visage, who wisely, I think, just backs up. Way2 wants to go in under there though, with Nature's Prophet coming in. Secures a kill, this TP's coming in. Way2 very low, taking a lot of tower harass.
But here comes Puck. But Way2's salving up. I don't think he'll be able to get the kill there.
No, and he correctly predicted the way the Illusory Orb was going to go as well. I think if Shadow Shaman had gone up there and Puck had a chance, he'd have ported to it.
But here come 4 heroes.
Yeah.
Let's see what they can do.
Who are they going to go for? Looks like they're going for the stand-in, MSS. He's down.
That's for your
But, yeah, Liquid definitely putting this game back. I say putting this game back, they've been pulling it back after those 3 early kills top. I think it's a wonderful example of, you know, in pro play, it doesn't, first blood and stuff like that, it doesn't matter that well. If you put off your combo better immediately afterwards, and then immediately after that, you're ahead. That's all that's going on. No big mystery.
And you can see at mid here, they're giving Way2 some levels so I can get those mass serpent wards up and push towers quickly, because that's definitely what Liquid wants to do this game. Is they want to push early and push fast, just get it over with.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's also a question of, even if they certainly want everybody other than Luna to be incredibly active. You know, they might decide to push with Luna as well, but even if the push doesn't work, they're guaranteed making a lot of space for that Luna to farm up, and she'll be deadly later on.
Yeah, I agree.
Just having a quick look at the starting items here. I'm wondering whether there's auras coming out in that tri-lanes. Luna's got Basilisk? Interesting. I would have thought one of the supports would grab that. Then again,
Luna has pretty poor mana regeneration. It's a decent pickup on her, and
she's been using Illusion to last hit.
Pushing. Yeah.
Oh indeed, and here we go on Angel again. Just So quick, and MSS being there every single time he needs
Dire's
to be.
top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I know I questioned this Nature's Prophet first pick, but it's certainly working out for them.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think... I might be wrong, but I don't think UG really tried very hard to counter him.
Radiant's bottom tower has been destroyed.
The clockwork does to an extent.
Sure, yeah. Battery Assault would be great for kind of interrupting that
It's
nasty
probably
TP.
nothing to worry about.
But they're not disable heavy, particularly.
Dire's top
I don't
tower
know.
is being attacked.
Puck, I guess, can chase into the trees.
Dire's
Fissure can reach
structures
into
have
trees.
been
I suppose it's not the worst, but... It's not the team I would pick to counter Nature's Prophet, put it that way. Oh, and they're going straight for tier 2 here. I think they're wise to as well, because Nightstalker has a DD sitting in a bottle. He's only just picked it up, so we can wait at that for the perfect opportunity. No rush at all.
Dire's top tower has been
Rubik
destroyed.
stealing Illusory Orb.
That's such a great spell for him to use. So much fun too.
Yeah. Liquid, I think, actually perfectly happy with Radiant drawing the creeps off there, since it meant that Earthshaker couldn't come in and Echo Slam. Angel looking for a hook shot? I don't think he wants to.
No.
No, he decided
I think he wants
Good
to,
job.
but it would be a horrible idea to go in
Yeah.
right now.
It would be
Radiant's
terrible.
middle tower is under attack.
Nightstalker, Bulba there, just using the DD rune to farm up the jungle. I think valid choice. He's going to want the next one in
Yeah,
5 seconds anyway.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for a drum as well with that the Gauntlet of Strength there. He's probably going to build that into
Yeah.
a drum.
He's already got an urn up. Oh, and there it is, regen rune for him. Absolutely perfect. It's one of those situations, you know, you're walking through the jungle, you're like, what I really want now is a regen rune. I mean, possibly a haste rune would have been better for him, but certainly not a problem. Anything that fills up that bottle.
Yeah, well, he's certainly not going for those the drums that I said he would go for, as he sold the Gauntlet. So point retracted.
What does it look like we're going for? Nature's Prophet's got his Hand of Midas up. Exactly the same boot composition on both teams. If you find that interesting, 1 set of phase boots, 2 sets of power treads, 1 mana boots. Oh no, 2 mana boots now on Liquid. Visage now the only person left on just boots of speed.
I'd say it's fairly standard.
Oh, look at this! It's 4 on Bulba mid, and he's gonna just melt. Hookshot plus Fissure plus Illusory Orb plus Visage. That was well played by them.
Dire's middle
Yeah, they got the jump on them. Excellent.
Yeah.
It's
Bulba
clockwork.
looked a little bit asleep, I think there.
Dire's middle tower is
Oh,
under
but then again, they're gonna get spotted out by Visage.
Dire's middle tower has
Oh,
Radiant no, and
Oh,
Roshan's at
there's-
half health. So if they can't defend
Yeah,
this,
and-
Radiant might just take over.
middle tower is under attack.
yeah. Well, unless they get rid of those wards, they're certainly not. Liquid are certainly going to know about this as well. And this
Yeah.
is a big cooldown down for Moitu. Those wards have a 110-second cooldown, so almost 2 minutes.
Indeed. And Puck now just happily farming up the Serpent Wards.
Yeah, and that should be his Blink Dagger.
So yeah, I mean, I was
Almost.
going to say, you know, that one pick off on Bulba didn't really matter that much, but this is slightly more serious.
Yeah, the faster you can get to your Blink Dagger on Puck. Oh, mass rotations bottom.
I see
I
one.
saw more. Someone must have canceled the TP.
Oh.
Saw another one.
Tut tut,
Oh.
guys. Tut tut. Don't TP if you ain't gonna really TP. Everyone's happily farming away now. XP graph. Yeah, I mean, Liquid pulled ahead after that first blood by Union, but it's leveled out a little bit recently. Last kind of 5-10 minutes. Yeah. Union actually pulling back a little bit.
Yeah, I think both carries are happy to farm right now.
Mm.
Weaver, yeah, Weaver's going for a BKB, it appears,
Mm.
instead of a Lincoln Sphere, and I think that's a good choice this game.
Yeah, looking at what he's up against. He's picked up a Bazzi for the mana. I think mana is definitely going to be his concern. Dire here going to try and finish that rush. Oh, they've got another set of wards up.
What?
Well, 110 seconds. Not that long. Oh, but Visage gets the stuns off, and then Puck lands his ult. I'd be very surprised if something doesn't happen here. Excellent Fisher cutting Bulber off and finishing off D-Ral there.
Oh, and Bulbo jumps in and gets the Aegis.
Yep, and manages to kill the Roshan. Luna's coming in and is now just wrecking face outside the Roche pit. MSS manages to chase off Clockwork. So I thought that was a good time for Union to come do something, but looks like it was just the Shadow Shaman getting picked off. Did we have a buyback?
Yeah. No, there wasn't. I know that NMSS used a regular TP scroll to get out of there, so Liquid was even down one.
Excellent play by them. Absolutely amazing. Just perfect game knowledge. You know, you just know when it's time to go in and wreck face.
Yeah, and I mean, they were definitely utilizing the choke point to their advantage around the Roche pit on those stairs. They used it incredibly well.
I mean, I think the key of what they were doing is they weren't exactly baiting with Roche. You know, they were giving it a good go. He was very low. They would much prefer to have done more damage there. But what they didn't do is put everyone in there. They had the wards in there, they had one or two heroes, and the rest of them were up on the high ground because they were expecting UG to come in and try something. And they didn't want the Luna, for example, to be caught out in the in whatever initiation happened. It was, yeah, very, very well played.
Oh, look at Luna.
Possibly. Oh, there's a hook shot. There's the cogs.
Beautiful hook.
Illusory blade. Yeah, this is gonna be goodbye TC. Mega kill streak, 700 gold almost there for Weaver. So he must be.
And that's gonna slingshot him towards this BKB.
Yeah,
although
he must
doesn't
be.
have. Luna's still far ahead on the BKB there. She almost has hers. Another 50 gold.
Well, that puts what, 1,500. Yeah, that's fairly significant ahead of the Weaver, I guess. It is. Let's have a look at net worth. Wow, net worth. I mean, Radiant highest is Park on 5,000. Weaver's down on almost 5,000. But the Dire have three heroes sitting on. They got Liquid, MSS, and Bulbo all sitting at over 6.5k, almost 7k. Every one of them. That's,
yeah, and it's probably just purely from those towers.
Yeah, it's true. Geez, how much gold would that be? Well, okay, so they're 2 towers ahead, and that's about 500 gold per hero. Because each hero gets about 250 or something. So, I mean, the farm's certainly helping, and the 12 to 7's certainly helping as well.
Yeah, I'm surprised that this Nature's Prophet doesn't have as more farm, considering he went for the Hand of Midas.
I think possibly because early game he was helping the other lanes a lot. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of that would have slowed him down. Not that it went badly, but just he wasn't there. Just, you know, last hitting after last hitting after last hitting.
Yeah, gotta protect the Luna and get her farm. And now she has that BKB up.
Night Stalker, Bobber again a little bit far ahead and in danger of getting jumped by 3 players, but
if he needs
still
to,
in danger,
BKB
I think.
out. You can just BKB TP out. All they have to cancel is the Clockwork Hook. I think he's pretty safe. Although you don't want to use that first BKB charge already.
I mean, I was thinking, you know, if Earthshaker could get a Blink Fissure, followed by, you know, a bunch of other stuns, maybe they could lock him out well enough, so he wouldn't get a chance at it.
I think that, I think they'd have to get a Blink Slam, because Slam's instant, and I know Bobble has really good reactions. He'd probably trigger that BKB before that long attack, the long animation on Fissure would come out.
Oh, big fight going on Radiant Jungle though. Liquid coming straight in with a BKB up already, and Eclipse going off. Weaver getting out nicely with his ult. So actually, only the Visage lost. I think for a BKB and an ult on Luna, 10-second BKB there, I think they wanted more. Oh, and Park now.
Oh, here comes Park.
Gonna take out way too, so that's 1 support for 1. Fluff also looking in danger of going down. Pops a 1 charge.
Yeah, he
that's gonna help.
couldn't jump to his orb.
There we go. So, wow, Liquid That not going the way they hoped.
Radiant's
Not at
top
all.
tower has been destroyed.
Although there's always something going on. You know, even when they lose a team fight, it's mass pushed somewhere else.
Tower goes down. This is Liquid Dota. They run the strat so often with the Luna, and all they do is just split push and get towers, and it's turning out to be really effective. But we have Union Gaming smoked up in the mid.
I don't know. Visage there left the catapult to hit the tower for a while they farmed up the regular lane creeps, and I gotta say I'm not sure about that decision. It might not seem like much, but the tower lost a tenth of its health.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's like
that could be significant. I target catapults first, poisonally.
Yeah, that's pretty silly.
Especially when you've got minions.
From the Visage.
The minions.
Yeah. Visage might he might be looking better now. He's finally got his medallion coming out to him.
Although 20 minutes in.
Summer. Yeah, it's a very late medallion.
Clockwork's got his blade mail up, so that'll be pretty good at shutting down Luna, I think. I mean, Luna, not a fan of opponents having blade mail. You know, she dishes a lot of damage, but she can't take a lot of it. And she also can't just switch. Once she gets glaives up, she can't just switch targets and avoid doing damage to the person with blade mail.
Yeah, the one issue that I have with the blade mail and the Clockwork is if you're getting like a solo pickoff on the Luna, and you're worried about the Eclipse, you shouldn't be, because your battery assault cancels the animation for Eclipse faster. Yep. So if you get her solo there, the Luna probably won't be able to kill you. I still think it's a decent pickup, but also you have to wonder if Clockwork simply hooks and cogs in a team fight. You gotta wonder if Way2 is thinking about dropping those wards on him.
Yeah.
And just trapping him in there with the wards easily.
Gonna do a big push here on Liquid's bottom tier 2, bottom tier 1, but I mean, what trade do they think they're gonna get here?
Dire's bottom tower is being attacked.
They're gonna lose this tier 2.
They're coming back to defend. I think that's the right decision on their part.
It's the right decision. I'm just not sure the defense is gonna be.
Dire's bottom tower has been destroyed.
Oh no, they're chasing them off. Okay, well played there by Union. Then I wasn't seeing that going down the way it went down. But they actually brought in just enough abilities, I suppose, to just absolutely nuke the creep wave, and that's kind of leaves Liquid having to run back and wait for the next one.
Yeah, they do have quite a bit of counter push with the Fissure and Orb, as well as Rocket.
I love that Rocket.
Yeah, but again, the catapult's working away against the tower. And Visage is not focusing it down.
Yeesh. Wow, so that's straight up lost a quarter of its health now. More than.
Yeah.
I mean, I could almost see not worrying about it in a lot of games. But when you've got a Nature's Prophet, and you know it's not going to be the case like every 5 minutes there's going to be a fairly big creep wave that, with the natural balance dynamic, it ended up near your tower and the catapult. That's not the case. The case is it's constantly going to be getting sieged whenever you blink. Nice blink initiation there from the Earthshaker, but sees Bulba as well and doesn't want to go in. Angel's now silenced, so effectively useless, but both teams going to manage to get back without any casualties.
Yeah, I think they thought they found a solo pickup on that Shadow Shaman, but Bulba was in the Invis rune and he immediately threw down his Void onto the Earthshaker when it blinked in, but it was a great disengage there by the Earthshaker.
Indeed. Yeah. I mean, yeah, just good game sense. Oop, saw that. Yeah. Getting out. Running away.
This is an interesting pickup. It appears as if the Nature's Prophet's looking to build into a Orchid. How do you feel about that pickup on him?
I can see that. I can see that. I mean, you can silence a Puck, you can silence a Clockwork. Probably aimed specifically at the Weaver. Orchid's a great counter to Weaver. Yeah, I think a valid pickup. I mean, due to the fact that he can be so useful while at the same time totally avoiding the enemy team, I think you can be very flexible with the Nature's Prophet item build. You know, there's some stuff that he's great with, like Tesso, because it helps him just nuke down towers so quickly, but if you need an Orchid on the team, yeah, Nature's Prophet. I can see that.
Yeah, I can certainly agree with that pickup on him. TC farming up a huge stack of Ancients. Looks like to be a 3-stack.
Yum yum.
And with that Helmet Dominator, she's just sitting there and farming.
Yeah. Love
Quite
that
easily.
pickup. Absolutely love the pickup. What she really wants though, of course, is a wolf. Wonder if there are any. Nope.
Doesn't appear so.
None on the map. Oh, there's an ogre doing a jig in the Radiant
I
camp.
saw that.
Yeah.
Let's see if Shadow Shaman decides to come in there and tame him. Nope, he just backs off.
Oh, Rosh up very
Check
soon.
on
Dire checking it out. Oh yeah, I think they'll leave that summoner
Yeah.
there because they know. So is this now just what, less than a minute? About 30 seconds left? I'm not entirely sure how this new counter works. Oh no, it's a minute and it's a minute from the now. Oh no, it's now. What the hell?
I'm not too sure how to read that either. Should probably read up on that.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's when it gets to the red bit. It goes a full circle, and that's the 8 minutes minimum. And then a line appears, and once it gets to the red part of the line, Rosh will come up. So
Makes sense, like a fuse sort of.
yeah. Like, we're gonna go for it. I mean, this isn't good for Giant Chicken. Woo. This isn't good for UG. I mean, they've got no wards here. They've got no chance of coming in and stopping it. But what chance have they got of stopping, you know, Luna with Aegis plus Shadow Shaman, Nature's Prophet push while Rubik steals their best ult and Night Stalker just runs around slapping people? It's
Yeah,
tough.
and there's a very interesting pickup on the Night Stalker. There used to be this old combo run by quite a few Chinese teams where you'd pick up an Aghanim Scepter along with a Luna so that you could get perfect vision for when you use that Eclipse. And I'm wondering if Bulba has that same line of thought.
Gotta admit, I actually don't know what Ags does on Night Stalker.
It creates a ring around him of like, I think it's 1,000 to 1,800 vision.
Wow.
During nighttime. So look, you can see Puck perfectly right now. And you can see through trees.
That's crazy.
It's very
No
useful.
line of sight, no. Yep, and there's the Orchid finishing off the Puck. I mean, yeah, I think Puck would have had a chance to at least get further back into trees. He's a very nimble hero, but that Orchid pickup just cancelling it. I mean, Night Stalker, as you say, would still have been able to see him, and it might not have got him away, but but that Orchid pickup,
And
I
it
think,
looks like the
doing its work.
mid-tier 2 tower will go down for Union Gaming as well.
Yep, they used the wards, which I don't know. I don't think they needed it, and I think those wards are a very important part of sieging tier 3 for them. Maybe not necessary with Luna just rampaging around and Manta Star up on her now, but I don't know. I think they could have got that tower without the wards.
Yeah, I certainly agree with you, but considering they only had 3 heroes there, it might have been a good idea, because they probably didn't want to get jumped.
Yeah, true.
3v5.
And it's impossible to say. You know,
But-
maybe if they hadn't put the Serpent wards down, Union would have just jumped on them in an instant. You know, we can't know.
Yeah.
Smoke gank coming up. There's the fissure.
Oh!
There's the illusory.
Excellent.
Aegis popped. Bulba now looking like he might be in a little bit of trouble. Can't get out one way because of the fissure. Oh! Shadow Shaman coming up perfectly behind. Did they do a counter smoke gank? Oh, Fluff
Yeah,
has
it appears they
Shikuchi.
did.
Not that I care one way or the other.
Angel in real trouble here. Way 2 jumping in. Hex. And
Yeah.
they do have. I was wondering if he had enough mana for Shackle, but yes, he does.
Oh!
Oh.
Ooh.
Fluff saving lives.
It's time like this when you wish Zeus ulti can't run from heaven.
Yeah. And I mean, what we were talking about with that harass on that top tower, just whenever something's been going on and there's a creep wave near it, Liquid goes down there and just takes off even more. It's now on 200 health, and he can now finish it probably. Yep,
Yeah.
it's down. And now we get the infamous Lunar Siege with the glaive bounces. This is bad news for Union.
Yeah.
Oh, Fluff coming in with Shikuchi. Lifts and steals the bug. I don't know if we've seen that before,
Oh,
but as I said, it's a great move for a pushing Rubik. Well, it's a great move for a pushing
Yeah.
Weaver.
That minus armor is huge. Unfortunately, it's only level 3.
Well, no, it's just the
Oh,
utility.
and there goes the Eclipse.
Beautiful job. Perfectly timed with the sentry ward as well there from Fluff. Oh, and that hook so close, right between two heroes. It's a utility of like stopping a wave under a tower, or behind a tower without pulling your own creeps off attacking it or something.
Yeah,
it can be at level 1 for
underrated.
that. Yeah.
I'd certainly say it's underrated on him. Oh, and here comes the GG.
There's the GG call. Well, I think it was
Not
one.
GG call. Usually you take a fight first, but I definitely agree with the call.
I mean, they had excellent play right at the beginning, but Liquid just then did excellent play right back at them, right back in the face. For anybody watching on Twitch, there'll be more coming up in a sec with Game 2, and yeah, big thanks to Yapple.
Thank you. Big thanks to you, man. I'm so glad I got to be on here.
Well, we got one more. Let's get to it.